Welcome into the final regular season edition of Football Friday Night. It is crazy just to be saying that, how quickly this season went.
It's absolutely flown by. My first high school football season here in Arkansas, and it couldn't have gone by any quicker.
No, couldn't have gone by any quicker, but tonight, one last chance for teams to make their case for postseason football. I'm Jacob Seuss.
And I'm Jonathan Acosta. We start tonight with teams vying for a conference title, and that would include Fayetteville, where the Purple Dogs had a goal this season to take control of the 7A West, and they've done exactly that.
But one more step to go. Tonight, Fayetteville hosting Har-Ber, and the Purple Dogs could clinch their first outright conference title in 58 years if they could pull out a victory. Senior night at Fayetteville, including the newest Arkansas commit, Isaiah Satenya, for the Purple Dogs. Now on the field, 4th and 8, deep in Har-Ber territory. Bladen Fikes going to scramble and say, I got this. Keeps it himself, 7-0 Fayetteville. On the other side, Har-Ber driving, 4th and 1, though they opt to go for it. But the Purple Dogs defense stands tall. They get that turnover on downs, and that's just going to lead to more scoring. Fayetteville driving again. This time, Fike steps up. He's going to pass the rock. Hits Dylan Cattell for the score. Fayetteville, they're going to rout Har-Ber in this one. Big win for the Purple Dogs. They win 49-14, 7A West champions. First time they're winning this outright since 1963.
Out in Oklahoma, a game for all the marbles in 4A District 4. Poto and Broken Bow unbeaten in conference play. The Pirates already up 7-0. Broken Bow, they did put up a fight early though. Ken Williams runs it for almost 40 yards on the first play of their drive. Poto would hold them to a field goal though. The Pirates defense came to play. Dean Odom here with the sack on Christian Brumley. Broken Bow had scored 30+ in their last 8 games, only 16 points tonight. Poto had no problem scoring though. Todd Maddox is going to go all the way to the house with this one, and he says, cue the fight song. Pirates win the conference in unbeaten fashion with an emphatic 59-16 win.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. And how about one more conference champ? On to Shiloh. Saints could win their 4th straight conference title with a win over Huntsville already, 35-0. In the second quarter, another Hog commit, Caden Henley, gets in the end zone, and it's a blowout tonight in Springdale. But how about a little love to the Eagles? They battled all season long, and check this out. 85-yard touchdown pass. That's from Jalen Chambers to Clement Langford. Great play there. They do it in style. Huntsville gets on the board, but tonight was Shiloh's night. Next drive, the senior Ben Baker on senior night goes untouched. Shiloh goes undefeated in conference play for the 4th straight season. They have another title to show for it. Shiloh gets a big win tonight. 56-13 is your final.
Congrats to all of those conference champions. And when we return, it's rivalry night in Benton County. Bentonville heads to Bentonville West in a meeting of Tigers and Wolverines. That and more when Football Friday Night continues.
Welcome back into Football Friday Night. Since August, these kids have been working really hard with that end goal of making the playoffs. And for a lot of teams tonight, a last chance to make that case and hopefully get to postseason football.
Yeah, and that was the case tonight in Pensacola, where they've only made the playoffs twice since becoming a member of the 2A. But with the win tonight, that could become 3 times.
Yeah, that last time all the way back in 2001. And on top of it, they've never beaten Spiro in program history. So a big one tonight in Pensacola, to say the least. And first off, it's the man we've been talking about all year, Ian Hardwick, showing off his arm. He's going to find Colby Masterson on the far sideline. Solid gain there. And how about more Hardwick? This time he's going to find Trinity Bright. It's about 20 yards out. Bright gets Pensacola on the board on the opening drive. 2-point is good, 8-0 Indians. And of course, no Pensacola highlight is complete without talking about the freshman, A.J. Lyons. He sheds a tackle, gets a great block by Zach Jones, and the Indians go up 14-0, and we aren't even done with the first quarter yet. And there you have it. Congrats to Jason Parker and the Indians, who are playoff bound. 55-28 victory tonight in the regular season finale.
Rivalry night at Wolverine Stadium. Bentonville making the trip to visit crosstown rivals Bentonville West. The Tigers, they had things going early. Drew Wright rolling out. He's going to look for the future Tennessee Vol, Chaz Nimrod. Nimrod gets up to make the grab. The Tigers knocking on the door, and Josh Ficklin kicks the door in. Good luck bringing down number 1 this season. A strong run here makes it 7-0 Bentonville. November means, Jacob, that we have Thanksgiving later this month.
I can't wait already.
But Fickman, he's already going back for seconds. Here, the junior dives in for a second score of the quarter. The Tigers controlled this game all the way. 56-21 is your final. Bentonville takes the 2 seed in the 7A West.
I see what you did there. Now I'm hungry for some turkey. All right, Farmington tonight hosting Alma. Cards up 21-14 and driving. Cameron Van Zandt drops back. He's going to hit the tight end. Chase Brown, nice little play there for the Cardinals. They had a 2-score lead. And Van Zandt, the offense, looking for more scrambling. He's going to hit Justin Logue here in the corner of the end zone. Nice grab. Farmington, they end their regular season with an 8-2 record. They knock off Alma 47-29.
Back to the 7A. Rogers looking for a rivalry win over Rogers Heritage. How about a punt block to help with the cause? Isaac Chapman gets his hands on the block here, and then he recovers it and takes it to the house. Mounties cruising 35-14. The Rogers special teams had a day. Ensuing kickoff, they catch everyone off guard. A surprise onside kick. Connor Lawson plays it perfectly off the bounce, and it's Mounties' ball. And their offense says, thank you very much for the extra possession. Noah Goodshield across the middle to Grayson Cash, hangs on there for the score and the catch. Rogers hangs 21 points in the final 90 seconds of the first half. They roll to the 56-28 win and the 3 seed in the 7A West.
That's good for Rogers and also good for the cameraman. But when we return, we're going to head to the home of the reigning 6A state champs.
That's right. Plus, we once again head back to Oklahoma. More highlights coming up on Football Friday night.
Welcome back into Football Friday night. We now head out to the 6A where the playoff picture, it's a bit more clear than some of the other conferences we already talked about.
Yeah, that's right. The Greenwood Bulldogs are already playoff bound, but tonight a great tune-up against one of the best teams in the conference, Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, but by the time our guy Ian arrived, it was already 35-0 Greenwood.
Poor Ian.
With a running clock. Oh, wow, we need more of the dog, though. But here we go. One of the few highlights for the Wolves. That's kind of rude, but they're not in our viewing area, so they won't see it. Zach Roberts breaks free, comes up with the sack. Later on, Lake Hamilton looking to get on the board, but Colin Daggett comes up with a great diving defensive play. He breaks up the pass there. Last chance here for the Wolves. In close, looking to not get shut out, but Evan Williams comes from out of the frame, snags the interception. Talk about defensive play of the week for Greenwood. And here's the final play of the game. Carson Hobbs with a short gain. Greenwood, they cruise to victory. A real impressive win for the Bulldogs in the regular season finale. They knock off Lake Hamilton 35-0.
Now out to Panama, where the Razorbacks were playing host to Roland. The Rangers came out in this game blazing. Ashton Peters, he's going to continue the action for Roland. Here he runs it in for a touchdown. It's 38-0 Roland. And Roland, they were just continuing to roll. Here, Jacob Gregory, he's going to pull off another nice run. He's eventually going to get tackled out of bounds, but the Rangers, they're still up by a lot. And when we've had rolling games this season, there's usually a Jackson Fouts interception in there. This game is no exception. Picks it off, and then he almost takes this one all the way back to the house. Roland does go all the way against Panama. 45-6 is your final.
So now let's look at some other scores that we had around Arkansas and Oklahoma tonight. And Jonathan, one that stands out, actually, it didn't make the scoreboard.
It didn't make the scoreboard because it finished pretty close to our show starting, but Springdale 51,
oh my goodness.
Southside 52. Back and forth game. Springdale scored late. They decided to pull a Sam Pittman against Ole Miss, where they went for 2 and to kind of, hey, we're going to let our offense try to win this game. Springdale went for it, didn't convert. Southside gets that last playoff spot in the 7A West.
Yeah, and those are two teams right there that maybe the wins didn't show this year, but certainly two teams that fought to the end. A lot of close games, and certainly tonight was as close as it gets.
Right, for both teams, a couple bounces here and there, maybe different records, but props to Southside. The 1-point win on the road, and now they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, and another conference champ we had tonight. No highlights. The score wasn't there either. We're missing a couple there. Ozark, conference champs once again, so congrats to Jeremy Burns and his team. The Hillbillies had a great season, so a lot of conference champs. And from our highlights we had all season, a lot of teams that are going to make some noise now when the playoffs begin next Friday night.
For sure, and just makes for a loaded slate for us next week with plenty of our teams going on to the playoffs. I'm excited. The weather's starting to get a little bit colder. It feels like playoff football.
Yep.
So excited to see it next week.
Yeah, the regular season is done, but stick with us. Football Friday night comes back next Friday for a playoff edition. But for now, have a great weekend.